Howdy everybody, and welcome to Ricky's Rockin' Reviews. Today I wanted to talk to you about Barnes & Noble. I have a few thoughts, and the idea came to me in the form of a video from Kevin Tal Reads. He has a great channel, so I'm going to put a link in the description below. He does frequent book reviews. He's a prolific and avid reader, so he's able to pump those out way faster than me, or almost like anybody that I've seen on YouTube. He's an up-and-comer, but he's really great. He's going to surpass me in subscriptions really quickly. He does a really good analysis of each book that he reads, and he loves to read books that are in a series. He just loves that, serialization of novels, which is really cool. And I think you guys should check it out. But anyways, he was doing a video about Barnes & Noble and some of the frustrations that he has with them. Such as like their very high price point and the inclusion of so many things within the store that is not books, like calendars and toys and stuffed animals and all that nonsense. And then the bargain section has been not so much of a bargain, and the bargain section is also not updated that much. But he has a really good video about that, so I'll link that in the description as well, so you can go and watch that too. But I kind of wanted to talk about some of the things that he said in there and give my points of view. So one of the first things that he mentions is that Barnes & Noble is kind of going with the market and putting a lot of trade paperbacks out on their shelves. And he prefers the mass market paperbacks, which are about this size. This is Purgatory's Gate by Raymond Van Over. Really cool horror novel. But if you see the size compared to the trade paperbacks, this is Stephen King's The Long Walk. Much bigger and a little bit more expensive. Now let's see really quick at the back. This says it's $18. This is the trade paperback. So this is what a lot of people are seeing when they go to Barnes & Noble, which is, it's a nice build, and I do enjoy reading these, but they're more expensive. And there's just something about the mass paperbacks, which are, I don't know, there's like, I don't want to say cuteness, but it's so compact, and it just feels really meaty in your hands. It feels great. And only $6.99. Now, of course, there's inflation and, prices have increased on everything. But if we had an option for something like this, it could make book shopping a little bit easier on the wallet and a little bit more fun. And you can get more if you buy them in this size. But don't get me started on how publishers are always, changing the sizes on their prints, even within a series. That's really annoying. You can have different sizes on your shelf for different books. Like for example, the Godzilla versus King Kong, or the Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. It's like a trade paperback size. It's a trade paperback size, while all the other novels or all the other novelizations are this mass paperback size. So sometimes there's no choice, but it would be much better if they had more of those options. So that's why I think having a Barnes & Noble near you can be a little bit of a benefit when you can't find some books, because there's been instances before in the past where, me as a used bookstore shopper primarily and library user, like Kevin, we like to go and get our books from secondhand stores like half-price books and, just other small bookshops, even antique stores. But sometimes you can't find the book that you need. So if you go to Barnes & Noble, it's sure to have it sometimes, like maybe 80% of the time. Like, for example, the last book that I went to go get there was The Book of Disquiet by Fernando Pessoa. I couldn't find this anywhere, and not for a really good price online. That wasn't beat up. So that's another thing about Barnes & Noble. If you go there, 95% of the time, the books that they have in stock on their shelves are in really good condition. So this being a really beautiful book, I bought it in like the best condition. So that's a really good thing about Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is my last resort when it comes to books that I can't find secondhand. And I'm usually pretty patient. So sometimes I just have an idea in my head about getting a certain book, and I'll just go there. Now, book browsing has always been something that I've liked to do, even like at stores at like Walmart or Target. I just like to go and see what's out there. I'll see new things every once in a while, and then I'll do more research. So that's what I like to do at Barnes & Noble, especially when I'm out shopping with my wife. If the store happens to be nearby, I'll go there and I'll look throughout the store, even though I know that I probably won't buy anything because the prices are so expensive. I'm so used to paying like really, really cheap prices either on eBay or like at second-hand bookstores. So I do my browsing there, and I kind of flip through, and some books definitely call my name, especially ones that I've already seen before sometimes, and then just holding it in the store makes me want to get it, or at least keep it on my TBR list. One cool thing that Barnes & Noble does, if they have a Starbucks included, is if you go, I think they do it once a month at certain locations. I just recently found this out. If you go to the Starbucks to buy like a dessert item menu or whatever they want you to buy, you'll get an option to buy a book for $5. So they'll have a stack of a certain book that they're including in this promotion. I happened to find this out just by chance when I was there to get this Fernando Pessoa book. I got the Saturday Night Ghost Club there for $5 because I bought like an Oreo cheesecake and split it with my wife or something. So that's a really good deal. That's really cool. One good thing that Barnes & Noble is doing right now is that under their new leadership, they're allowing management to actually choose and have more say in the books that they actually put on their shelves. And I think this is really, really cool, because if the store had stayed like the way it was, a few years ago, any Barnes & Noble that I walk into, I'd find the same exact books, and that would make me less interested in walking into one. So now I have more of a chance to see variety. I think that's really cool, and I think that's definitely a step towards the right direction. And I do also want to make clear that when it comes to the authors that I follow and the authors that I really care about, something that I'm not trying out for the first time, I am way more likely to want to go and spend the money at a Barnes & Noble or, buying directly from them. For example, when Robert Greene comes out with his new book on the Sublime that he's been talking about, I'm buying that day one. I'm currently reading his 48 Laws of Power, and it's just magnificent. This is the anniversary edition that, has the gilded edges, and then it has the image of him on the side. And then a Machiavelli on the other. That is so cool. Anyways, those are my immediate thoughts on Barnes & Noble in response to Kevin Towell's video. And I just want to reiterate, you guys need to check his videos out. His channel is awesome. Just want to remind you guys, he reads like he reads the hard case crime books just like I do. These with the the white spines and the guns on the top of the spines there, with these just really cool covers. He's all about that and all about other series as well, so go check him out. So if you guys want to keep up with my thoughts on books, book reviews, and interviews with authors on occasion, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.